We've been anxiously waiting for the rest of the secrets.
Yes.
What secrets were they? I don't even. I don't like the secrets to colors, to scanning, to color management, to.
I was asking you, Grace, about like if I could get this kind of a result just from going into my V700, and you said, and then you began to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I said maybe. It's because every scanning device, every device has their own color profile and their own algorithm for that, and so it depends. And I'd need to see. The only way to do it is to test it. And did I start the video? I didn't. There we go.
No, you haven't started your video. There you are.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And I was just adding to that when you have blacked out is basically like all these technologies and how film can now be developed is pretty crazy. I never really wondered about that because the last time I used the film was 2 years ago for a wedding photography, and we were at some farm in Pennsylvania or whatever, and I brought out my Canon AE1, and I kind of cheated a little bit because I still wasn't used to it. So I kind of took my digital camera real quick, just kind of metered it, and then just kind of copied the same settings. Mm-hmm. But then when I sent it over to the post-processing, the colors came out super, super vibrant, like really, really. I think it was using Portra 400, so whatever the cheapest film was that I purchased.
Yeah.
But it came out so well. But I didn't realize that the technology that they're using to process it was like done in the way that you guys are describing it, where it's like they're scanning all these things in. There's already a color profile specific to the film, and then it's automating everything and creating these vibrant colors out of it. Obviously, if it needs to be, edited for, color correction, so something like that, like the ability is there. So yeah, I mean, I that's new to me. That's pretty crazy. I didn't think of it that far as processing these films.
Yeah, I'm gonna screen share with you my face.
Let me turn it on, Grace.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have it off.
There you go. It just comes. It's default that way. Go ahead.
All right. Screen share. Let's go with my desktop.
Far out, man.
All right. So here's my Facebook and my days at Pictage. But so like this guy, for instance, he's sitting there, and we had a team of people who did nothing but retouch. And so, they would just sit there on their computer and retouch all the photos for hours,
Nice.
That's my manager, kind of yelling at me. She was someone who only did proof printing. She only just QA'd proof prints. That's all she did.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd see the stack of it behind her. That's another retoucher, sat there with the tablet and just retouching. That is all the film we scanned.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's one. I forgot what this photographer's name is. I think it's Jack Gruber or something like that. But that was one wedding.
Wow.
And whoever had to do that was like, damn it.
Oh, wow.
It's like, I mean, if you look at the other ones, the other racks are actual full weddings, and look how little film there's.
Yeah.
What?
And, oh yeah. That was my scanning station. So those are the Kodak scanners, and there's another one that's out of camera frame, and I would just sit there and scan for anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day.
Did you have 3 workstations?
Did I what?
You had 3 workstations, like 3 computers?
Yeah, it was really slow because I did the high res scans, which is why they're done on the Kodak DPs.
I see.
And so I would start a roll on one scanner, do another one, and then kind of just sit there and play online for like the half hour it took to scan.
Right.
And so you can see there are bins behind them, and that's how the film comes to us. Like, it would come back from ANI, we throw it in bins, and one bin is one job. So you pick up a bin and you scan it. And this is someone messing with my scanner stuff. Us drinking you know, on the job, our lunch breaks, we'd go to the bar across the street.
Wow.
Oh, someone's refusing to flush the toilet. We
Oh,
know
gee.
it is. This is our shipping department, so you can see like us going through shipping. See, I worked in every department because like it would get slow. Like in the summertime, it would be like just a lot of scanning. And then like in the fall would be a lot of proofing. And then in the winter, it would be all the final prints and retouching. So I worked everywhere. So those are all of our printers. And we had, I think, 6 to 7 of them. And, you know, we just have machines running 24 hours a day, just printing and printing and printing. And someone would be there to QA it. Those are all our boxes of chemistry and paper. Us getting frisky at work.
That guy there, does he get his hair cut at the same place as Ed Giardini?
It's a possibility. They do home haircuts.
What camera did you use for these photos?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna guess it was my first point and shoot. It's like a 2 megapixel digital camera or something like that.
A
Frankly,
2.1.
It's a 2 megapixel camera. I don't even remember. It cost me $500.
Wow.
I loved it.
What?
Yeah.
So this reminds me. So I did work at a facility on the East Coast called District Photo, and they've been around for a long time. But they also were a production kind of company that did a lot of film before they started to kind of like diversify their portfolio and doing other things like adding photos to products and things like that. But they have massive machines, and this reminds me of my old work too. It's just kind of like seeing people just hang out, regular clothes, just like producing all the photos that come through, because most of them are digital. They had some film capabilities to be able to get them done, but it was all just digital stuff. And you would walk around and you smell the chemicals of everything. It was always really nice. Maybe I shouldn't smell it too much, but it was always interesting, you know.
Uh-huh.
But you know, we were doing yearbooks, we were doing just people's photo albums, just hundreds of rolls of just digital photography, business cards, you know, greeting cards, you name it. It was all in there. But you know, like all the chemicals of all the stuff that they use was like always around the building, always. You know, and I worked there for like 3 years. So that was a lot of fun. So kind of seeing these kind of photos kind of reminds me of that atmosphere. It was just the same.
Yeah. For Halloween, I got to wear pajamas to work. And
Nice shoes.
oh, why? Thank you. In the background, you can see like a control unit, and that's our humidity controller. So it was a temperature and humidity controlled room, and it was always dark and friggin' cold. So that's why I'm also wearing a robe.
Everybody's got jackets on.
Yeah, this is us pranking each other.
Oh,
That's
wait, go back to the prank.
That
That's great.
you know, this is our scanning room. It's the flash is on, but it's actually pretty dark. On the right hand side is like all the Fuji Frontiers film scanners, and there'd be someone at each station. There was like 5 of them, I think. And you know, just be 24-hour scanning. Oh, and that's Roger. He's our QA guy. Everything that got scanned, we color corrected, but then he would go through one more time just to check the color, because you get color fatigue. And
Yes.
so over time, you know, all the stuff that looks normal might shift to red.
Yep.
So he'll be there. He's going, "You fucked it up. Do it again."
Yep.
And then, you know, us going out to eat for lunch. That's
Food
basically
is important. That's cool. That was really cool.
That's cool. Thank
so
you for sharing that.
it wasn't really great. It was snapshots. I never thought to take better pictures. It was just like goofy
I think-
pictures on The Office.
Yeah, but they were in the moment. You know what I mean? I think that matters the most. This is like, you know, they're not to be perfect. You know, so you journaled something, and it's pretty amazing. This stuff.
Does that company still exist, Grace?
It closed about three to 4 years ago because, you know, people don't need it anymore because everyone's shooting digital. I mean, there's no there's no need for anyone to really be there to act as a lab anymore. No one sends their stuff out to A&I. No one needs scanning. No one needs, this stuff. They might, shoot digital, upload it to SmugMug, and SmugMug has 2 labs, and they just focus on printing, and they'll just print whatever you have exactly as is. They're not going to sit there and color correct too.
So that makes me wonder, is that necessarily a good thing that people aren't collabing imagery? That digital, the immediacy of digital, is it a negative? Is there a negative aspect to that? Because not everyone is like you. Like I have a scanner, and I think I'm more trouble than help in my situation. That's why I started taking my stuff to the 19-minute place, and suddenly it looked great.
And that's it. It's just a trained eye. It took me a year to learn how to see color. And you weren't there for Jerry Birchfield,
No.
but he was the one who taught me how to work with color. And it was just a year-long process of, like, he would see color casts that I could never ever see, and like he'd say, that's too green. I'm like, what? How the hell do you see this?